Hey YouTube, it's Modern Warfare 2 Bad Boy 92 here with a deck profile on Blackwings. A lot of my friends keep saying that this deck is dead, that it's not coming back, but surprisingly at a tournament that a friend of mine went to, he was playing Chaos Plants, and he lost in the top 8 to Blackwings, and Blackwings surprisingly came in first place. So I thought I'd rebuild mine just so people could take a look at what they can play. Um, and this is what I came up with. It's quite similar to the build I used to have right before I quit Blackwings, but here, let's go. And this build is surprisingly working. First of all, two ulti Vayus. I've always loved Vayu at 2 because I get it off a lot, and it just works. 2 Blizzard. Never been a fan of Blizzard at 3. 2 is perfectly fine. 1 Gale. 1, 2, 3 Boars. Boars is like amazing at 3. I tried it at 2 once. I just hated it. I absolutely hated it. I thought this was much better. So yeah. Shura at 3 as well, just because of its effect. It's still really good. While you might not be able to go for the monsters I like usually go for, it's still really good. And since I run Vayu at 2, it's essential at 3. 3 Sirocco's, because I run 2 Vayu, so 3 Sirocco is essential. And that's just basically something that in my deck has never changed. Here's the changes I have made: 1 Kalute, 1 Spirit Reaper, 1 Dark Arm Dragon, and the last monster is Gores. I've been playing this deck a lot with Spirit Reaper at 2, but Gores, it's Spirit Reaper it's like a coward's way out, is the way I see it. So playing it at 2, I don't want to be playing this deck defensively. I want an aggressive and defensive play at the same time. Gores just gives me that. So yeah. For my spells, Black Whirlwind, Ulti Allure of Darkness, 2 Pot of Duality, always and forever in Blackwings in my opinion. 2 MSTs. I used to run it at 1, but with this format, Gravekeepers and just back row, just so much back row. 2 is just so much better. 1 Giant Trunade, sadly 1 book. My replacement for books are econs. In my opinion, are great with Blackwings because you could just, not only do they kind of work as a book in a way, like for defense, but only against attacks, sadly. It doesn't stop synchro summoning or anything, but it still works. Because, let's say they attack you, just enemy controller them, or they summon a monster, you have a Bayou out, or a Sirocco, just enemy controller it, and just you take control of one of their monsters for the turn. It could be like a really high attack, so they can't like get through, so you can form a wall or something. It's really good. Monster Reborn, which when I was playing X Sabers, it helped me a lot because I would reborn whatever they would tech. Like for example, Thunder King. I usually reborned it so I wouldn't have to use mine, and at the same time, I could just make my plays, and it would just work. Um, Super Dark Hole. Um, just Solemn Judgment. Mirror Force, Ultra Torrential, Super Delta Crow. It's coming common now, so this card used to be $10, probably like 3 or 4 now. Doubled up on Solemn Warnings. I doubled up on Compulses. One of them is Super. I'm trying to get the second one Super as well, if anyone wants to help me out. And The last two cards in the deck are Icarus Attack. Icarus Attack at 2 really didn't phase me because Icarus Attack, I always used it at 2. The only thing I'm considering making a change on is Delta Crow to either a Trap Stun or a 7 Tools. That's really just about it. And for the extra deck, just one Vortex, one Ally of Justice Catastor, Bryonic, Gaia for Goyo, double up on Armwing, double up on Armor Master, a Black Rose. I don't think I've ever used Black Rose when I was dueling with the Blackwing deck, but it's in there just in case. Stardust Dragon, Blackwing Silverwind. Since I'm running value at 2, this card I can sometimes hit it off. So yeah. Dark End Dragon, an amazing card. It's kind of like a hammer shot or a smashing ground of Blackwings. All you got to do is just have it lose 500 attack and defense, pop one of their monsters, and that can really be useful. And it can be any monster. It doesn't. There's no choice, or there's no specific requirement. Colossal Fighter, Trishula. Just because, I mean, Trishula is a good card overall. Great 9-star. It's kind of like the new Mistworm. So, yeah. That's the deck. I hope you liked it. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I'm going to be working on it for a little bit before I go back to Sabers. But for now, I'm liking Sabers a lot better. It's not, they're just like a lot more safe at playing since they're more defensive. Blackwings are aggressive. I guess I've just gotten too used to playing Sabers and playing defensive, so. But I'm not saying Blackwings are bad. Blackwings are amazing. You just have to know how to play them. I need to get used to it again. So, peace, YouTube.